I just want to start this episode of Operation Arsenal by saying I effing hate that club. Newcastle, honestly. So no camera. I'm not very well at the moment, so I thought I'd do just a voice only. I'm currently in bed with my laptop, so yeah, I'm not missing an Operation Arsenal. So let's talk about this game, shall we? Yeah, the penalty right here. Penalty cancelled. Victor Gyökeres after 14 minutes, clean through. Did Pope get a touch of the ball? Yes, we can all agree he did. Okay, but is it still not a foul or an obstruction from Nick Pope? Gyökeres is clean through, and when you look at the slow-mo of the replay, in my opinion, I think Gyökeres gets clattered and the ball is effectively pushed onto Pope's foot by Gyökeres because of the physical contact. So part of me thinks it's a little bit harsh, but I also tend to think, along with the referees in this situation, or VAR, that, Pope's got a touch to the ball. So is it a fair decision? I really don't know how I feel about it. In the moment, I was obviously angry and kind of unsurprised, if you know who was refereeing the game, and Liverpool fan. But I guess in the end, I now look back and feel like maybe the right decision was made. I don't know. I would love to know your thoughts. If you were in charge of that, would you have given that penalty? And the age-old VAR question, what is VAR for in this situation? Is there a clear and obvious error? Are they re-refereeing the game? And I'm not just talking about this specific example. Multiple decisions throughout the game that could have used VAR, didn't use VAR, and it's just exhausting as a football fan. I watch these games and I just think, what's the point anymore? It's an absolute mess. The right team won, okay? We left it late. Marino came on and scored, Gabriel in the last few minutes. There's no doubt that the right result happened, but it's just the journey getting here. I don't know if I enjoy it, and that's me obviously not feeling great and watching a really horrible game of football that no Arsenal fan looks forward to. St James's Park is a horrific place to go, and they're so physical, which is fine, and they scored a good goal. Maybe some people would argue maybe there's a slight foul on Gabriel, but me personally, I think he's gone down too easy. I think he realises he's probably not going to be able to compete with Walter Made in the air, seeing as he's 17 feet tall. But it's just, Newcastle are such a physical team, and they do bully teams, especially Arsenal, because whatever it is, in this particular fixture, I think there's a lot of, I don't want to call it bad blood, but it's feisty. It's always really feisty, this game. But we need to talk about those changes. So Marino came on. Where are we? It's weird being on my laptop and not on my computer. 70 minutes in, Calafiori comes off, Marino comes on. We have a slight rejig because Saka comes off for Martinelli as well. I thought the Ødegaard sub was good. Really nice to see Ødegaard back. But Marino, not a bad defensive midfielder for a goal scorer, is he? I mean, the ball in from Rice was fantastic. And Rice, I think, I would say in the last few games has been a little bit under his usual performance level. That's in my opinion, of course. Today I was really impressed with him. His deliveries are always so good. And that cross into Marino was brilliant. And then very late into injury time, of course, 96 minutes out of 98. I'm seeing people saying, play until Arsenal win, right? No. There was 8 minutes added on, as you can see here. And we scored in the 96th minute, and we deserved it. And the satisfaction that gave me, I think I literally tweeted 5 seconds after the full-time whistle, just laughing at Newcastle, because the way they played is kind of what we've done over the years against big teams, and it can work when you frustrate teams, when you defend with basically the entire team behind the ball. But it didn't work. It didn't work for them, and thank God it didn't, because they did not deserve to win this game. Here's a look at the top stats. We've got 64% of the ball for Arsenal, 2 expected goals compared to half one, a 0.49. Look at the amount of shots we've had as well. We've got to do more with these. And yes, Pope was brilliant. Some of those saves in the first half in particular, where, as usual, we've gone 1-0 down after making such a promising start and scoring almost scoring a few goals. Eze, in particular, was really impressive. We just need to score our chances more. 3 big chances as well. But it just felt like Newcastle weren't actually that dangerous today. They did hit the bar, Voltemade again, and really impressed with him. I would say he's been more impressive than Gyökeres this season so far. And he came in later as well. Really like Voltemade, or Volta Messi, right? Messi, right? That's what they're calling him. But all in all, guys, a really, really good result. I could not be happier about that. And that, of course, means with Liverpool dropping points against Palace, thank you, Eddie and Ketia, we are now 2 points behind them. We've obviously got 1 draw. They've got 5 wins instead of the 4. So they're just ahead of us, 2 points. And they've got Chelsea up next, which I'm praying, fingers crossed right now, that Chelsea can do something for us there. We've got West Ham. Not great timing considering they've changed manager. Look at Palace, though. Absolutely flying. They're the only team that haven't lost yet. It's just incredible what Glasner's doing there. So I'm going to cut the video here, guys. I will be back to my best soon. Luckily, I've already pre-recorded some career mode content, so you won't be missing out too much. Well done, Arsenal, for persevering through some really questionable refereeing. Again, I haven't touched on all of it because I just can't be bothered. I always, at least in the last few months to the last year or so, just can't be bothered with the state of the refereeing in this country. And as someone who reviews every Arsenal game, I just get to the point where I just can't talk about it anymore. It's abysmal. But we got the job done, and I'll see you in the next one.